Welcome to chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay. So, is this recording?
You're on.
Okay, so we're on now. So now we just wait for somebody to join in.
Well, I mean, it's recording now, so you should go ahead and start talking.
Well, folks, hey, Larry here from Blanc Pens, and today I think why don't we talk about pens, inks, and paper? What's your favorite pen? If you have a favorite pen, would you like to share that? And what makes it a favorite pen of yours? And also, would you like to share a pen or pens that you don't really care for? So that's what we're going to be doing today. And also, you can also add in favorite ink that you like and that you dislike, and paper. So this is what the topics are today. So feel free to jump in and we can get started here. So it's been a while since I've been doing the live streams. I think I did one last week. I think I might have done one last week. So I thought I'm going to get back on a regular schedule here and get this going again. So,
what's one of your favorite pens?
You know, that's always a good question. I'm a big Conklin All-American fan. I love their pens, and what I like about what they've done, they've changed up the nib. They went to the Jovo nibs, and you know, I have the complete set of the Courage that I really like. And just to show you the white one, and that has a fine nib on it, and then this beautiful black one. It's a gorgeous pen that has a medium nib on it, and of course the red, which has a broad nib on it. So and they're a limited edition, I believe. Well, there's only so many will be made, and they come marked of what number you've gotten on here. So that's like this one here is number 596, I think. Let me see here. Get the eyeglass here going. Yep, 596 out of 1898. So 1898 is when they found it and started it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I really have been happy with my pens. I have had some comments. One negative comment that they were not happy with the Conklin line of pens, and I went ahead and sent a message to find out what's going on with the pen. But let me just speak out of the box for a bit. If you're having problems with your Conklin pens or Monteverde pens, why don't you check with Monteverde, give them a holler, and let them know what's going on. First of all, is your pen in warranty still? What problems are you having? Because they're going to take care of you. I've dealt with them before, and they've been really good with me. They've been courteous, and they've taken care of the problem. So these kind of problems with your pens, they can be corrected. I would highly recommend not to try to fix it yourself, because if you do anything that may damage your nib, most likely they're not going to, you know, cover that warranty. Also, now you can just, you know, these nibs, they're twisted in, they're real easy to change out the nibs. You can have a lot of fun with them now. You can change up the nib point that you want. There's a lot of options that you can do with these nibs, and which I like to do. So, you know, I do need to get the stub nib. And I think, God willing, that I already have the walnut with the gunmetal trim. Beautiful, excellent, superb fountain pen. I do want to get the one with the rose gold trim and make that the stub nib. Conklin All-Americans, I love them. Have I ever had any problems with them? To be honest with you, no, I haven't. So maybe I'm just a lucky one. I did have a problem with one of my Monteverde, the giant sequoia, but I got that taken care of real quick. I got in touch with Monteverde, and I think I was talking to, was it Christina? And let her know what happened, and I sent I believe just the nib in, and they were on it and got it back to me within 2 weeks. So I'm satisfied and happy with the service. One thing about Conklin and this All-American, Conklin Durograph, Monteverde line of pens, they're really, in my opinion, a nice fountain pen, and they're affordable. So, and they all fall under the umbrella of Yafa. So the umbrella in keeping them together. It would be a shame to lose Conklin brand. They've been with us for so long, and I just hate for them just to bite the dust and be gone. So I believe that the Conklin pens have really stepped up their game. They use number 6 size nibs. A beautiful fountain pen. They use really good material when they're making their pens, different types of resin. The colors, they pop. They really look great. And for me, they fit well in the hand. Now, sometimes I may post a pen, and sometimes I don't. I guess it just depends on my mood. Now, the inks that I use, well, in my last review when I did the Conklin Courage, what's cool, they send you this little pen right there. And with that, plus, they send you a little bottle of ink. Mr. Announcer, can you hand me that Conklin bottle of ink, please? Right down there. There we go. Right here. Now, here it is, right here. See if you can see that pretty good. Right there it is. So, the Conklin black ink, I like it. I really enjoyed it. And I'm really fussy with my inks. I like to get it as close as I can to the truest color. And they did a good job on that. And another color I like also is the Cross black ink. Omar, I believe it's called. Black is another really good ink. And the Noodlers has some good black ink. Mont Blanc has some good black ink. I like wet inks. Back to my nibs, I prefer, well, I'm sure you do too, a wet nib. Smooth, wet nib, and I'm a happy camper. Now, sometimes if it's too smooth, you might get baby bump. So you'll either want to adjust that, or if it's still in warranty, you might want to call whoever you purchased the pen from and let them know the problem. and I'm sure they would adjust the problem if it's under warranty still. So, what's my favorite nib? I'm a medium nib type person. Now, somewhere or some time ago last year, I got into fine nibs, which I don't like fine nibs, and I can't stand extra fine nibs. So then a friend of mine let me try her fine and extra fine nib, and now I've been getting into nibs, not all, just a few of them. I don't like scratchy, dry nibs, uh, but the nibs that I've tried, I've enjoyed, and I do use now a lot of them in my rotation. I never thought I would, but I did. I do like some broad nibs, yes. Um, and I have quite a few broad nibs. But and I don't know if I have it with me, probably not. It's in the other room. The nib, which I like a lot, is on my Kaweco. Uh, I've tried the broad nibs, medium nibs. I haven't tried the fine or extra fine. But when I was watching one of Tom videos talking about the newest addition to Gold Spot pens, it was a limited edition of the Kaweco Sport. I really liked it. And when he mentioned they have double broad nibs on them, bam, I wanted to try it. I wanted to see what a Kaweco double broad would do on paper. And also on that pen, what was cool about it is that it had Gold Spot pens on it. So now Gold Spot pens didn't ask Kaweco to do it; they automatically did it. So when I did the review on it, there were some people, there was mixed feelings on that. Some people didn't like it. Some people liked it. I love it. I love the look on it. I do, it does have Kaweco on the nib, on the barrel. Would you mind going to my desk back there and getting that Kaweco pen sitting there for me, please? I'm having Mr. Announcer go get my Kaweco pen because I wanted to show you what I was talking about, because I may not be making any sense, but I do have other Kaweco, but I don't have a double broad. So I said, I like the color of the pen. Kind of translucent, beautiful blue. I'm a sucker for blue. But when they put it on, then then I said, wow, this is really neat. Let me see if you can see that right there. Can you see that pretty good? Is that coming
Yes.
out? Okay, good. And then, of course, on the other side is Gold Spot pens. See that Gold Spot. So you got Kaweco on one side, and then here's Gold Spot on this side. So I really like it. I think it looks really nice on the pen. And there's the nib, if you can see that. And I am using cartridges right now. And this is the blue cartridge. And the ink in this cartridge, the Kaweco blue, it reminds me, and I just matched it up today to the Mont Blanc Royal Blue. They look similar, really. You know, because when I saw this ink, I was going like, I've seen this ink before. So I said, you know what? Let me check out that Royal Blue, the Mont Blanc, and it was similar to that. So
Is that a number 5 nib?
yeah, I would think it's a number 5 nib. Yeah. So um, but that said, you know, and it's okay. I mean, I'm not going gaga over it, but you know, I was disappointed in that the color of the royal blue of the Mont Blanc because I like a richer ink that's gonna pop. You know, I like it that ink. You know, it looks great when you hit the paper with it. It's blue rich ink, just like the Kaweco. But then after a while, when it settles, it lightens up. So another cartridge of inks that I'm using is the Kaweco, the Pearl Black. Now that's a pretty decent black ink, and I'm liking it. And I'm not a cartridge type guy. I really never have been. So after all these years, I'm saying, you know what? Why don't we start trying some of these cartridges out? I have tons of them, and just see how I like it. So I've been doing that.
Welcome to Monty Dag, and they use the Kawecos.
Hey, Monty Dag, welcome. Yep. So, you know, I don't have a whole lot of Kawecos. I have 1, 2, 3 left. And I did get one with the, I bought the clip, and I really love this clip on it. I think it looks great on any of the Kawecos I put it on. You know, they're just a stunning, cool fountain pen. And I'm trying to see. I do have a converter. Here's the converter for the Kaweco. I only have one converter, so I need to get a couple of more. They're not expensive. I would say I'm more drawn using the bottle ink than the cartridges. Just a preference, no big deal. Then here's my other Kaweco Sport. Really cool. And I'm not, you know, what I like about this pen is it has a transparent blue cap on it. And then as you can see, the barrel is clear. I do have some demonstrators with clear barrels and caps, and they're okay, but I prefer a translucent type like this myself. I like a little color in my pens.
So, Monty says he uses his as eyedroppers with a double broad nib for new ink samples. He likes the blues. He has only 3: coral, burgundy, and green.
Yeah, Monty, this is my double broad. This double broad is superb. I wasn't expecting what I got out of this until I actually put the nib to paper. I thought, double broad, we'll see how it's going to write, you know. I love it. This double broad is really nice on this pen. So, and then here's my other one that I have here. Blue, as you can see, I'm a sucker for blue. And what I have not done yet is made these into eyedroppers. Do I like eyedroppers? Yes. To be honest with you, I'm not a real big fan, and because I like to change inks out a lot quickly too, as fast as I can. I do a whole lot of writing. I use my my journal a lot, my traveler's notebook, and I also use my Block B, field notes a lot. I journal all the time. But I think the next Kaweco I want to get is the middle one. I've been kind of checking that out. I think the rose gold is what I'm kind of looking at. I believe they have a silver color, or is it a gray color, and they're okay. But that rose gold is kind of like my soft spot for them. So, but you can't go wrong with a Kaweco, in my opinion. They're affordable. You can get a converter for them. No, they don't hold a lot of ink, but for me, it works great because, like I said, I like to change out inks, or you can use the cartridges. So, I believe I already done a review on this one a few days ago. So, really a fabulous fountain pen.
Monty says he, by mistake, he got a Lilliput brass, but he kind of likes it.
Oh, you mean a Kaweco? That Lily? Yeah. Okay. Was there anything about it that you don't like? I'm trying to look. I have, oh, now they're not Kawecos, and I'm trying to find them. They're Chinese pins, but they're pretty cool. Here they are, right here. Let me show you real quick. Right here, they're the. It says War and Peace on them. Right here. And they're pretty cool. I do like them. And there are, let's see, Delight. That's the name that makes it Delight. So let me just put one next to here, and just to show you. So that, you know, it's almost a copy of this. So that's what it would remind you about, at least to me. When I saw this pen, I said, bam, looks like a Kaweco. And the nibs are pretty decent. Fine nibs. So, I mean, and they weren't expensive. So, I do like the metal a lot on these Delights. So, yeah, what was it again that you don't like about the...
Okay, his comment is, and I don't know if this is what he likes or doesn't like, it's really thin, more of a pocket pen.
Okay. Do you have a clip for it? Did you get a clip for it? Did you get a convert for it? Or how do you use your just cartridges or eyedroppers on the plastic ones? Of course, you don't eyedrop the metal ones.
Okay, he does have a heavy all-metal Delight pocket pen from a place I've not heard of before, True Kahe subscription.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. How do you like your Delight?
He does like it.
Great pen, right? Yeah, I thought it was too. Good looking. I like the weight of the pen. Feels good in the hand. It's got a decent nib on it. Can't go wrong with them. So the Kaweco I'm looking at is the Kaweco Sport, the middle one. I think they're like, what, $80, something like that. I haven't checked on eBay, but I'm just talking from dealers that are selling these pens. That's what the price I'm seeing so far. So, okay, let me ask you about the clip. Do you use that clip a lot? Do you put it in your shirt? Or do you find that it was a waste of time to get a clip for your pen?
Have you tried, are you talking about, Monty, the clip from Kaweco? He does put it in his shirt.
Yeah, like my shirt pocket or in between the buttons, stuff like that. Yeah. And then it says, show me, nobody could tell me. Okay, Okay, interchangeable nibs. Let's take a little look-see for a minute. I think I may have did a review on that, but a while back. Bear with me, and we'll take a little journey here together. I do like the converters. Break this little sucker down, and we just, okay, this twists out. I guess you know that, right? The whole unit twists out. So, two things you can do. You can go back or look on eBay or wherever, and you can buy the whole section like this if you want, or you can, like friction fit, you can pull these out and put another one in. So those are the options that I've done it with anyway. Hope that helped, because I plan on getting, what I'm looking for is a double broad I want to put in this pen. I really do like the Kaweco double broad a whole lot. I am totally blown away with it. It just took me by surprise. I did not expect for it to write the way it did. So I'm a happy camper on it.
He says, thank you. Yes, it helps. You know so much that you make it very easy.
Oh, I wish. I just know about that much enough to get in trouble with. That's it. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing what I do. I may not be the biggest, most popular reviewer on the YouTube line, but I'm a happy one. I'm content. I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
He says, no way, you guys are the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. So, tell me a pen that you do not care for. If you have a pen that you do not care for.
And any of you other viewers are welcome to comment all as well.
Yes.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you. We love you too.
Hey, Jess. Peace and love. So, any pen that you don't care for, if so, why? What makes it about that pen that you take a disliking to it?
Monty doesn't like the Twisbies.
Oh, really? Okay. What's up with that, Monty? What's up with the Twisby? I think I have, what, 3 or 4 have the, I haven't got the new 700. I have the 700R, the 580, the Echo. I think that's...
because of their price.
Oh, okay. You think they're overpriced then? And you're perfectly welcome to your own opinion. And the Twisby dog got that little jewel. So here's my lineup of Twisbies. I haven't bought any more new ones. This is really cool. I believe I have a broad nib in it. And, well, in fact, somebody gave this to me as a gift. That was cool. And then, of course, this one. And this is a pretty cool one. Of course, the Echo and the Go. So that's my lineup on them.
Is the Twisby the one that you use the little wrench tool on?
Yeah.
Okay, he said his broke it.
Oh, your tool broke the Twisby?
Yeah.
Huh. How'd that happen?
Jessie says she hadn't bought one yet. They look cool, but uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're a little small. You have to get used to that. Monty says Kaweco are cheaper. Van Ness gives them for $25, no matter the nib size.
Oh, for the nib exchange to buy a nib? For the nib?
Yeah.
Well, the reason Mr. Announcer is kind of reading everything what you guys are saying, because it pops up on my screen, then it disappears. So bear with us.
He says, because I broke it.
Look, that's all. But it's a lot of fun being that little peanut too, as well. So that, you know, it's been a while since I've done live stream. I used to do them a lot. I believe I got back to it last week and did one. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing the live stream again. I'm going to try doing it at least once a week or more if possible. I now have that Zoom Pen Hangout that is a lot of fun. I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but y'all are welcome to join up on it. You can meet the guests on there and interact with them and get to know them. So let me just show you this new quick card to show you the lineup that I have. Can you see that pretty good, Mr. Announcer?
Well, I'm not sure because the video is not real clear on my phone.
Okay. Can y'all see the card pretty good? It shows you on my sites that I have.
And on the Zoom meeting, you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want it. You can still be there and listen in.
Right. Yeah. You can just be there.
Yes, that's his current business card. Yeah, I'm listening on my phone as we're broadcasting on the computer, so it's probably picking up the Wi-Fi signal a bit.
But anyway, you will love the Zoom channel that I come up with. In my head, I said, you know what? I wanted to create something to bring people together. So people can meet other pen enthusiasts and get that bond. Also, that gives the audience a chance to meet, like, let's say, Frank from Federalist Pens, Lisa and Brian Anderson Pens, Tom from the Ink Journal / Ghostbot Pens. I've had quite a few people on, and you can ask them questions, get to know them, and they're pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. You just need to get on there and just be yourself. And like Mr. Announcer said, you don't have to show your picture if you don't want to.
And yes, it is a conference video chat with everybody on the screen at the same time, but you don't have to show your video if you don't want to. If you will look in our description box, you'll see the room codes for the Zoom Pen meetings. And if you pay attention to the channel, you'll see when our next ones are coming up. And let's see, Monty asked, do you fix nibs like a tune-up?
Sometimes I do if I'm in the mood. And there's the passcode, the codes to get into the Zoom channel. And we do have a room manager, Frank Oberman. He's right there making sure our room is safe against the fearless troll.
And we have had a few. Just offhand, do you remember when the next Zoom Hangout is?
Let me see, and I'll tell you here in about one short second. Here we go. Let me get my books out here. La.
We have several that we do. We have one that's just a regular Zoom Pen Hangout. Then we have one for Larry's Fountain Pen Pals group. And we also do one with the Fort Worth Pen Club, but anybody is welcome to join in on those as well. In any of the three.
Correcto. I'm going to be doing one. I'm going to pencil that in right now for Friday, the 18th. That's going to be another Did we say Zoom? Is that what they wanted?
Yeah,
Or stream?
the Zoom Pen Hangout mainly probably.
Okay, so I'll be doing a Zoom Pen Hangout, then that's what it is.
Can you hold the business card up to the camera again?
Okay, so that's going to
try
be.
to take a picture. And yes, we are in Fort Worth, Texas.
Is that pretty good for you to see? And this will be on my channel anyway, showing throughout the channel. So, did I say 6:30, Mr. Announcer?
I think so.
All right, you got that?
Got it.
Good. Okay, so it's going to be 6:30 on the 18th. That's a Friday, and I will be doing some announcings on that as well. So get that ready, and I haven't filled up next week yet because I'm going to be having some other guests coming on. I can tell you now that I'm working with Eric from he's the ambassador for Yafa Pens. I don't know if you've ever met Eric, but he's going to be one of my guests. So we're just working the date and time for that. And it's like Aycock, I believe his last name. Yeah, Eric Aycock, Aycock. So also the Fort Worth Pen Club, our own Fort Worth Pen Club. We now do it on Zoom on Larry's Fountain Pen Hangout. And if you're interested in joining a pen club, you can now do it. And I don't care where you live, anywhere in the U.S., abroad, anywhere. And you can meet up with us. We just had one recently on the
just last Saturday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, on the 12th. We had it at 3 p.m. That was a Saturday. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and Jesse, keep watching for the information, because we do put on videos on the channel that are advertising what the dates will be.
And then I will also mention it on Facebook as well.
They both, Monty and Jesse, both like Chris Sands.
Okay. Well, there's a whole lot of flavor out there as far as people reviewing stuff. I kind of review a little bit of everything. You know, fountain pens, ballpoint pens, mechanical pencils, Crayolas, gel pens, coloring books, which I've already done and showed on some of my channels already, notebooks, journals, paper, inks, pen
Coloring
stands,
books.
Coloring books, hand sanitizers, belts, caps, shirts.
You get a pocket knife or a switchblade one time.
Yeah, a switchblade, and then some pocket knives. I try to work out of the box to give people something that might grab their fancy, you know. So, but I think my Zoom Hangout is probably my biggest venture yet. I really, really like it. And why do I like it so much? Because we can meet each other. We can hang out with each other. We can get to know each other. You can create that bond. You can just have a lot of fun hanging out on my Zoom Pen Hangout that you're going to say, you know what, this is fun. This is cool, you know? So, and you can meet people from all over the world. We've had them from Italy.
Oh, Italy, Australia, Brazil,
Germany,
Portugal.
Yep. We've had them all over.
A little over.
We've had India.
Jesse is from Texas.
Oh, where from, Jesse?
And Monty is in Las Vegas.
Well, how about this one for you, Jesse? I wish I was Jesse's girl.
That may be a little old for her.
Yeah.
She says she's a lefty also. Jesse, was it a challenge for you to learn to write with a fountain pen being left-handed? And Monty says, I really appreciate when you guys show the details of swapping nibs and other mechanical stuff that no one wants to show.
Just what? I'm sorry. I was paying attention to Cubby. I'm sorry. Do what now?
I really appreciate when you guys show the details of swapping nibs and other mechanical stuff that nobody wants to show nowadays.
Well, that's part of the fun, to get into that heart of the pen. That's the most important part of the pen, is the nib. I don't care if you have a $1 million pen. If that nib's no good, you got, in my opinion, you got a worthless pen. Right, right. So here's a pen that I really, 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 really like. And I'll tell you why. Can you recognize this little baby? Beautiful blue. It's the Junhao 159. Incredible fountain pen, Chinese pen. Friction fit nib, number 6 nib. And they do make some Junhaos. I believe the 250 comes with a number 5 nib. They're easy to take the nib out and put in a nib you want. So, you know, I have some Anderson nibs, Knox nibs, Nimbusson nibs, a few Goulet nibs that I change out in my 159s. So this way I get different flavors: extra fine, fine, medium, broad, 1.0, 1.1, 1.5, etc. A lot of fun in it, you know.
Okay, they do know the Jessie Girl song. And Jesse, you're real close to Fountain Pen Revolution over there in Plano. Monty likes that blue pen. Jesse says, I have small hands, but totally love those type of pens. But I have physical issues, so I need pens that are a bit smaller.
Oh, okay. So, guys, whenever you buy a pen or ink or whatever, you know how you can help me? Is let the vendor know, the person you're buying from, that you heard it from Larry's fountain pen. That helps me get it out. There's a lot of people that doesn't even know I exist. They have found me accidentally. They were looking for something else and they saw my site pop up, and bam, they thought they tried it, and then they subscribed. And we've tried everything we've known to really get this channel out. You know, I've had some viewers that say we should have been hitting 50, 60,000 easily already, and we should have, but for some reason we're not. So how do I fix it? I've had help from Fountain Pen Revolution and some other people that are computer geeks, and still it's just not getting out like it should.
Hey, besides Yovo and Bach, what other are some other good nib brands?
I like the Nimbusson. Believe it or not, Nimbusson has a good nib. I really like it. Knox nibs are pretty decent. I didn't think I was going to like it till I tried it. Those, what are those nibs called? German Point Iridium. Is that what they call it?
They're made of that, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen those basic Iridium German-made nibs, and they're okay. I think, they come a lot on the new fountain pens. I'm trying to find them.
Missy, we're glad you found the channel too. Thank you.
Thank you, Missy. Yes, spread the word, guys.
Jessie has a Quebeco and enjoys it. She has an older maybe Todd Flex and loves it, but needs help restoring it.
She has what?
A maybe Todd? I haven't heard of that brand.
Huh. A maybe Todd. Missy, weren't you the winner? on one of my giveaways one time. That name rings a bell. But anyway, welcome and thank you for subscribing, Missy. Appreciate you.
Monty says, I know it may not sound like a good idea, but maybe some pen friends could invite you to their channel or vice versa, even online chat. I'm also thinking have an Instagram site. We do have Instagram. Okay, maybe Todd are you saying that's a pen that Goldspot just released?
Right, yeah. Well, that's already in the workings.
Yeah, Missy won one of the giveaways.
Oh, cool. It's all going to be, everything that you're saying right now is going to be happening on my Zoom Pen Hangout. So a lot of stuff is going to be happening on there. A lot of cool stuff is going to be happening on there as well. Have y'all heard of Federalist Pens? You know, Frank's going to be at the mall, this weekend, I believe.
Yes,
coming up.
In Morristown, New Jersey.
Does anybody live close to there?
Or is it Mooresville?
Mooresville, I believe. Mooresville. Yep. But I'm telling you guys, if you come on that Zoom Hangout, you're going to love it. I mean, you really are. It's just a lot of fun. First of all, let me ask you a question, guys. Do you get into fountain pens? Yes, obviously. Do you get into inks? Yes, obviously. Do you get into paper? Again, yes, obviously. So you must get into everything else, right? Right. So you'll have a blast. What is the name of these pens I just did? The
Zenzoi.
Zenzoi. Have you all watched my review on the Zenzoi fountain pens? I think they're like between 30 and 50 bucks. Really are a decent fountain pen. Fine nibs. I think I've seen one with a medium, but they're mostly fine nibs. Let me show you real quick. Here's the silver and chrome, but it has this kind of texture on it, so it's not slippery here. But it's a cool pen. And there's the nib. It writes extremely well. I was impressed. You know, I really was. And just show you a few more. Right here. Here's the black and chrome and black chrome. Nice pen right there. And then here's the yellow one. Really a beauty of a pen. And then here's the polka dot one. That's a really cool pen, kind of like the shirt I wear at times. Last but not least, the carbon fiber. Really a nice one. Really are nice pens. Now, I didn't think they were going to be much good, but they are. Really nice. Really nice.
Cool pens, very beautiful, and great that you review pens that are affordable.
Well, I try to. Yeah, I do have some high-end pens. I do, to be honest with you, have some high-end pens. I do. But I try to mix it up a lot. Because, you know, people like a variety. Not everybody can, you know, afford those high-end pens. I know I can't, so how do I get them? I do a lot of saving. It'll take me a long time to save up for high-end pens, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, depending on the pen.
Yeah, let's see. Yes, Jesse, he did do some reviews on pens made of actual lava. Jacqueline, welcome to you.
Welcome, Jacqueline. She's back. Yay, Jack.
I love my twisty
Yay,
echoes.
Misty. Yay, Matt.
Hello,
Yay.
I'm talking.
Oh,
and use them for art.
I'm talking.
You ought to post some of the art on Larry's Facebook page. We got several that do that. She also says, my Edison Brockton with a Scott McKenzie diamond cast resin and architect nib is fun, but my Pilot E95, the only gold nib I have, is amazing.
Cool.
And she likes lots of ink. I tried a lot of inks, but keeps going back to diamine. And hello, Frank. Franco.
Hey, Mr. Franco. Folks, let me introduce you to Mr. Frank Overman. He is our room manager on Zoom, plus also he kind of oversees my groups on Facebook. Frankie, not to be confused with Frankie Avalon. That's Frank Overman. So, folks, the people that are on today, if you would send me your addresses or contact me on Gmail, I'm going to be having a drawing for today only for the people that are on now. So I'm going to be giving away some pens. They're well kept fountain pens. Some will come with pen cases, some won't. If you're interested and you want a freebie, I'm your man right here. And I'll probably throw in some ink with it, some little samples of ink. But for you being on today, I think I'll have a contest. What do y'all think? Is that cool? Is that Robo?
We got Robo Gato.
Hey, yes. Robo Gato! What's up?
I do actually have all the stickers left. I haven't pulled them in yet, just still looking at the book. And yes, I'm enjoying it. Let's see. Missy.
I'm trying to steal it.
Missy found the fountain pens from Five Below and loves them.
Those are great. Missy, those are great.
And hello to Charles also. Yeah, do you want them to like email you to enter?
Yeah, everybody that wants to get a shot at it, enter. This is Christmas and it's 'tis the season to be jolly. So I'm jolly. And I love giving away stuff. I am blessed to have an abundance of pens. I am blessed that there's people that send me boxes of pens. And so I do pass that on to my viewers. So yeah, please do. Let me ask a question to you.
Let's give them the email address too. Yes, the email to send your entry to LarryB0711@gmail.com. Frank asks if there's any Mont Blancs like we gave out in Zoom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, there's on the card, it gives you the email address right there. Make sure you see that. So I want to get that done because I want to get them out before Christmas. Let me see here. Hey, Frank, I would just say our next Zoom Pen Hangout, it's going to be a Zoom Pen Hangout. It's going to be Friday the 18th at 6:30 p. Central Time. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do like we're doing right now. We're going to hang out and just have a good time and party hardy. So.
Robo Gato, any Cubby updates, if it's good news?
Well, Cubby is eating. He takes medicine for Alzheimer's.
Well, it's a doggy version called cognitive dysfunction syndrome, but it's the same basic thing.
Yeah, like I have to grind up all of Cubby's meds in that little grinder thing. What do you call that thing?
Mortar and pestle.
Yeah, and I grind it up real good, and then I put it in a little tiny med cup, and then I have syringes. I put about 2 mils of water in it, and then make sure that it all dissolves. And so he takes 2 different kind of pain meds 2 to 3 times a day. Then he takes the one for the Alzheimer's. It's a capsule. I just open it up and drop the powder in, let it dissolve. He takes that every day at 12 noon. And then he takes over-the-counter med. What is it called? The sleep?
Melatonin.
Melatonin. Yeah, he takes that at night. I got to grind that up. So it's a lot of work going on. So my morning routine when I get up, well, when Cubby gets up, if he's up at 5 or 3 or 4, I'm hanging out with Cubby, see if he's hungry. If he's trembling, then I need to go ahead and do the pain meds then. If not, he'll usually take him at 5.
That's Cubby.
That's the Cabish, and that's Dr. Braswell. So, yeah, he's eating very picky. I have to, he only has 4 teeth, front teeth. So I have to send his food through a food processor. He loves chicken, turkey. He used to like roast beef. He's burned out on that. He's burned out on bologna, kind of burned out on ham, but he does eat baby food. He still eats that. Like I said, very picky eater. Hamburger meat, he loves that. Does he eat it all the time? Depends his mood. So Cubby can be restless at night and he'll run off to bed. Then I'll have to wait and see if he wants to stay off or he wants to get back on. So when he goes outside to use the restroom, having that Alzheimer's, he'll get confused. He won't recognize you. He won't listen to commands. And then he'll just, in the backyard, just stand and stare at you. He has all the symptoms of the Alzheimer's, every one of them. So that's what we're dealing with. It's a lot of work, but that's a lot of love right there. One big bundle of joy. It was not very big. I think it weighs, what, 15 pounds?
15, 16.
No, he doesn't weigh 16. He lost. He used to weigh 16, went down to 15, went down to 14. And then I think he went back up to 15, I think.
Yeah, 15.2.
Yeah.
Monty has 2 Yorkies that are 13 years old. And cranky, but she loves them.
Oh,
or he loves them. Sorry, Monty.
Little Yorkies. Oh. Now, our friend Frank has some turtles because his grandson loves turtles. I think actually Frank loves turtles. That's what I think is. Yep. I love turtles too. I love squirrels. If I tell you the story of my squirrels, I'm getting away from pens.
Yeah, hold on a second here. Have you made videos about what and how you stock your pens and inks? When you say stock, do you mean like store them?
Well, let me show you. Let me get my webcam here and kind of take a little trip around. Can you see that pretty good?
Yeah, store them, okay.
Just a little sample.
And then show you.
Yeah, I'll be over there in a second. This is just a little bit of it. Hello. And then we'll go over here. Coming down. Oh, and there's stuff in that corner still. Oh, and then see this stuff all right down in here? Don't let that fool you. There's stuff down underneath there. I've already cleaned it up. I've cleaned this place up 3 times in a week, and it's right back to disaster. Now, let me show you a little tour real quick. Get it in there. As you can see, very good. And I've got to get all re-straighten all this up again because it's crazy in there. And then here's another drawer. And then here's another drawer. And then here's another drawer. I know it's super messy. But like I said, I have cleaned and reorganized and it goes right back to it. Then look at these drawers. Here's a nice drawer full of stuff. Full of pens. Giveaways. And down here is different pen cases. under the table is a whole bunch of different pen cases. And right in here, so you can see that pen cases. 48, 96, 24, 48, 24, and then another 24. And then I've got about 312 pen cases. Then on the other side, there's more. That's just a little sample.
Yeah, there's another rolling cart of them behind me.
And look, just look over here, right here.
Robo says you have an amazing collection. Charles says it's incredible.
It's just, it's never ending. But, you know, when you do reviews, you have to have the stuff to do reviews with. So, I started with the 159. When I got my first high-end pen, the Mont Blanc 149, this led me to that 149 because they look almost exactly like the Mont Blanc 149. They're really an outstanding fountain pen. Now, I will be doing this year my top pens for the year.
Monty likes the office, says it's a good idea to show and talk about how you store. Missy asks, do you catalog your pens?
No, I don't think I cataloged.
You had a database started that we didn't keep up with.
Yeah, I have I had a database started, Missy, and I don't, but I'll get to that in a minute. Remind me and I'll show her in a minute. But what's going to happen this year between now and Christmas, or between now and the end of December, haven't decided yet. I'm going to have my favorite top 10 pens for the year. Then I'm going to have my 5 favorite pens for the year. And then I'm going to have my 3 favorite pens for the year. So that's
Robo asks, would you trade all your pens for your very own Starbucks store?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. We're going to get it.
Yeah.
And that way I can use the money from Starbucks sales and buy pens again. Yeah.
And Monty asks about doing videos, reviews about one pen versus another.
I've done that.
Yeah, we have done several of those. We're up to about 1,300 videos, so I couldn't point you in the right direction just yet, but we're working on a cataloging system for the videos as well.
See, in my traveler notebooks, and I have other ones, I use one of my notebooks, and what I do is something like this, just to keep track on what pen I'm using, the nib, the ink, the date I inked it up, the day I cleaned it, and then I have little notes on the bottom, my thoughts about the pen and the ink. And then what I do is I will go to all my notebooks that I have for this year, and then that's when I'm going to pick out my top 10, top 5, and top 3. I will share with you guys right now the one that will not make the list, the workhorse. Y'all know the workhorse pen they call the workhorse pen? That is does anybody know? They call it the workhorse. Anybody know? It's the Lamy 2000.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe you could go through all types of pens, like the mechanics, starting from the very first pen. We have done ballpoint pens and gel pens. Mechanical pencils, I think.
We've done mechanical pencils. In fact, I carry a mechanical pencil right here. Done them all.
And sorry I missed this earlier question, Monty. What about a homemade pen cleaning solution?
Done that. Done videos on that already. showed how to clean out pens. I believe I just about done all of it. Yep. And then, you know, here are some beautiful Lamies right here. I love them. Now, this one has a different nib on it. This has an extra fine. I believe this is a Chinese nib on it. And what has happened, and I'm using it, somebody gifted me this pen and they put a different nib on it because they wanted a finer type of nib. So that's what they did.
Monty asks, Leonardo pens, did they recently change the filling mechanism?
I have to check, to be honest with you. I have one or two. I have not bought any of the new ones. I will have to check on that. I'm trying to think offhand. In fact, I was just watching that the other day, and I don't want to say yay or nay on it because I could be wrong, which I always am wrong, so that's okay.
And have you done one on how to spot a fake Mont Blanc?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you'd done one of those. You also did something for
Lamy.
similar for another. Yeah, the Lamies.
Yeah,
Okay.
did the Lamy. Yeah, where is that one? I wanted to show you real quick.
And Frank says maybe some new pen user, pen cleaning, and maintenance videos after Christmas for those who might have gotten new pens.
Yeah, I've already done so many of those. How many have I done of those already? Remember? Quite a few.
Several.
Yeah.
But it's been a couple of years.
I am trying to find that one pen so I can share with you guys.
And hello, Miss Marilyn.
Hello, Maryland. Miss Maryland. Welcome to the jungle. Here's a pretty cool pocket pen. Speaking of Kaweco, you started to papermate. That is a cool little dude right there. Let me see. You know, I do not know where I put it. Oh, it's probably in my toolbox. So anyway, another good fountain pen, in my opinion, is Schneider. That's a good pen. Really good pen. So
let's see. Monty says Montegrappa Aviation is a pen I couldn't find reviews for, and the nib qualities between Monteverde, Montegrappa, and Leonardo.
As a nib quality?
Yeah, between them.
Montegrappa and
Monteverde and Leonardo.
Okay. Wow. Right there. Nib quality. You're going to hear a lot of yays and nays on Monteverde. I love Monteverde pens. I've had good luck with them. They have a real nice nib. Montegrappa, I have some Montegrappas. They have a nice nib. High priced. So that kind of makes me uncertain about how bad do I want a Montegrappa. I think I have 2 or 3. And these are all just steel nibs. Now the Leonardo.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think I have 1 of those, or could I have 2? Now those nibs, Leonardo, compared with gold nibs, compared to the Montegrappa, no comparison. Leonardo, in my opinion, cuts that head right there. That doesn't mean the Montegrappa is bad. And then, of course, the Monteverde is, you know, no comparison to Leonardo. Is like apples and oranges. Okay, but again, it's what the owner of the pen thinks of the way the pen forms. remember one thing that's really important, and I can't express this enough. We all are different. We have different likes and dislikes.
Okay. Miss Marilyn says you probably got your package today, but the mail person hasn't distributed the mail.
Okay.
Monty asks, Sailor Progear Minis are selling well with only the medium fine nib size. Can they be changed to other nibs?
Yeah, they can.
They might want to do something on that again.
Okay.
Jesse, what do you think about the pens from Fountain Pen Revolution?
To die for. Kevin, great guy. In fact, on the V2, was that Jaipur 2, which I have. I'm waiting for Kevin he sent me a new nib exchange that we'll be doing a review on, and it's going to be for a rollerball. Well, if you already own the Fountain Pen Revolution J2 or V2, isn't it?
Yeah.
V2. You can unscrew the nib unit out and screw the new rollerball unit in, which uses ink, fountain pen ink, and off you go. So I'm waiting for that. So with Kevin, he's first class all the way. If you have any issues with your pens, get in touch with Kevin. He's going to make it right. He really has some nice pens at an affordable price. And you know, he started engraving now. He started also having more of a variety of pens. He also carries Pilot Vanishing Point, some other kinds.
James Chesney is here. Hello, James.
Hey, James. Good to see you. Glad you're not in bed like me. James!
Let's see. Monty likes the Leonardo's, but comparing the nibs to Faber-Castell, the Fabers are better and way cheaper.
On the what now? I'm trying to do.
Okay, the Leonardo's.
Yeah.
Their nibs, compared the nibs to Faber-Castell, the Fabers are better and way cheaper.
Who said that?
Monty.
Monty. I like Faber-Castell. I'm kind of like this on the nibs. I'm not saying they're a bad nib because they're not. They do the job. My only problem with the Faber-Castell, let's take this one for instance, and they're not cheap. My only problem with this Faber-Castell, can you guess? What do you think the problem would be with this pen right here? Well, at least for me, I find it. It would be the grip. Not a big grip section at all. So, and I hold it like this. So, and there's nothing here that's going to be annoying or sharp or anything, but I just like to have a bigger grip section. But it has a decent nib. For the money you pay for it, it should.
Let's see. Monty says Opus 88 nibs are also worth to compare, especially between other nibs at similar prices.
Say it again. Opus is what?
Opus 88 nibs are also worth to compare, especially between other pens of similar prices.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. When you were saying that, I wanted to, yeah, like this one, pretty cool.
Jessie likes the FDR pens because of the nibs. She loves flex pens.
I've got a ton of them.
Monty says that pen that you were holding up had a small nib. Jessie says it looks painful. Monty, the grip is too small. Yes. The Faber-Castell E-Motion has a nicer grip.
Yep. 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 And yep. Yep. But for the money, believe it or not. I mean, I'm going to have to go back to my 159s because I'll share this with you now that it's going to make my top 10 favorite for this year because it's so versatile with that nib exchange. Uh, I like the weight. I like the colors they pop. I like the feel of it. You know, you have a nice pin in your hand. It's got that girth that I like to it. Uh, and the nib's pretty darn decent itself on the gin house. You know, I got to give it that. And heck, they even come with a converter. There are some pens that don't come with converters that you have to buy the converters, and that brings the price up. But it's all about what you think a pen's worth. Remember that. It's what you think. When y'all ever do auctions for pens? I do. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but I go to a certain point, and that's my cutoff.
Missy likes that pen too. Jesse says maybe do a video, the must-have fountain pens for a collector.
Oh, the must-have. Okay. Well, here is a must-have for a collector. At least for me, it is. I'm a big Parker 51 fan, vintage especially. Right here, Parker 51. I got about 2 or 3 of these babies, and these are all gold nibs. This has been completely restored, not by me, but beautiful pen, gorgeous pen, writes like a dream. But it's vintage, man. I mean, like if this pen could tell a story, let's wake up here. It's not just because you have a shiny high dollar pen. Big deal. You know, you can have a everyday common pen like the wherever. This is a vintage cool pen. You know, uh, it's the history that these pens bring to you. If a pen could talk, and I've said this over and over, what a story they would tell you, where they've been, how they've been used, who used them, their journey that they've been on, the history when they were made, you know. And then when I do reviews, not on all pens, but the majority of the time, I try to do a little bit of history of the pen, where that pen came from, about the family, about the owners, how they got started, what made them get into pens. There's a lot going on with that. And with that said, I'm working with, is it
Used.
Yeah, Used Appleboom. Have you heard of him? We're working on a day and time to bring him as a guest on my Zoom Pen Hangout for January. I'm still working with Kevin from Fountain Pen Revolution to get him on.
Hey, Jesse says, stop bidding. You probably outbid me many times. Peppy, hello to you.
Hello, Pepe.
Hey, do you have any Leonardo fountain pens?
Yeah, I do. Let me see if I have them close by. If not, then I'm going to bring them out. Lord have mercy. To find them is another thing. Okay, the Valley Pen, Frank, are you on there? Where are you, Lynn? I know I do. I have 2 or 3. And I don't think they're tucked away in a pen case somewhere. I ran out of space in my drawers. So.
Jesse agrees with you about the vintage. She has one vintage Parker 51. Likes those very much. Let's see. Monty says, pretty sure you've heard of Trufe. I'm not really sure of the pronunciation on that.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. I'm trying to get familiar with my head right now with that. But yeah, I have.
He stopped their monthly box, $25 subscription, because they came with cheap fountain pens that cannot find reviews of because they're too new.
You mean Trufe?
Trufe.
Trufe.
Yeah.
Trufe. If you don't mind, email me that. I want to look them up. Now, let me show you a vintage old pen that I've done a review on right here. And I don't do this a lot, but this is a Russian-made fountain pen, made in the USSR, back in the, I think the 60s. And we open them up, and this is right here a pretty cool pen. Trying to find the nib size in this sucker.
And while he's doing that, Monty, is that truefayinc.com?
It's in Russian. So I'll just open it up, and here's what the inside looks like. But it's pretty cool. Okay, when I do vintage, there's some other reviewers that buys all kind of different kind of vintage pens, you name it, and that's his thing. That's cool. I do it every once in a blue moon, but I mostly, I think, do Parkers, Schaefer's, wherever. I'm probably missing one. What did I say, Waterman? Pens like that, pens that I automatically can identify growing up. And like that Russian pen, that's the first time I really stepped out of the box for that.
Yeah, Jesse likes the Russian fountain pen. Marilyn got the package.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got it, Marilyn. And here is a Waterman right here. Vintage Waterman. Let me check this nib out. See, now y'all gonna be checking nibs.
And do you have a Wall Eversharp?
Yep. I'm thinking, hold on. Wall Eversharp. I think I do. Where is it? It's in my pen drawer somewhere.
And what about Ready Point?
I think I do. I have to hunt for those like an Easter egg. Now, this one has a 14K gold nib. So,
Frank says you like Schaefer pens.
Schaefer rocks. So, Missy, is she still on there?
I believe so.
You like that, right? I think Missy likes his pen. Brand new, Missy.
Thank you, Marilyn. Yes, it's fun to do.
Love it. Well, Marilyn, I hope you stay busy with all that ink. Man, when I got that ink, I go, what? Okay. What am I going to do with all that ink? So I said to myself, what can I do with this ink? And bam, Marilyn's name came up. She's the one that's all about ink. She loves ink. So Frank, Marilyn is right there with you talking about ink. Now, Frank, if you come on Zoom sometime, maybe he might have some tubs ready. He has tubs, him and his wife, Kara, tubs of ink. Oh, we're not talking little tubs. We're talking big tubs. Tubs. Big. Boom, 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 boom. Of all kinds of ink.
Missy has a green one of those, whichever pen you were showing.
Oh, the Jinhao 159? You know, I've had every color of the Jinhao 159. And I think I have to look black, mostly left. I think I got this last blue. I may have a purple. I have to look. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, thank you, Monty. I got that website now. Marilyn says she is appreciative. Jesse says you have an awesome heart.
I just like doing what I do. It's fun. You know, for me, this is how I've been all my life. First of all, I want to make people happy. I want to make them feel welcome. I'm not plastic. I'm genuine. What you see on here right now, how I am and act, that's 24/7. This is me. I like to help people as much as I can. If I can make your day, cool. That's what it's about. In fact, it's not about me. Remember this, folks. It's not about me. I'm no star, nothing like that. It's about you guys. You guys are the star. Because think of it this way. If you guys weren't watching reviewers, then there wouldn't be no reviewer. Who's going to be talking about, did you watch so-and-so? We'd be history. Because it's you guys that make the reviewers. That's what I think. Anyway.
Yes, Larry is a very generous person. Although if you'll send me $20 on PayPal, I'll give you a list of his faults.
Ah! You know what he gets for that? I'll let you hear it. This is what Mr. Announcer is going to get. That's what he got. Huh? How you like that? Yep. So, you know, when you fall down that rabbit hole, it's a never-ending story of pens. In fact, you can ask James that. Yep. James Chesney.
Says you're an awesome teacher and human being.
I'm probably an awful teacher and an awful human being, but that's cool. Thank you for the kind words. I'm going to have a spell. Anyway, so, but, you know, just today, for what we've been on since, 6:30? Been on a little over an hour.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. I've had a blast. I've had one heck of a ride. How about you guys? I mean, we rocked the house. Just had a lot of fun enjoying what we do. We talked about what we get into, right? And had a lot of fun. A lot of questions about a lot of different things about fountain pens, right? So let's sidetrack the pens for a minute. Let's go to the ink selection. Favorite inks. Does anybody have a favorite ink? Don't ask me. I can never tell you, yeah or nay. Who has a favorite ink? I have several favorite inks, but not one favorite ink. Now, one of my favorite inks is Buehler's Bay State Blue. That thing, I know I've heard all the negative stuff. I've done reviews on the Bay State Blue. I've read reviews on how it destroys the nib. And the person that did the review actually showed the nib. So I went ahead and I did a review on Bay State Blue and the nib, and it's all been recorded on YouTube. And nothing ever happened to my nib. I love Bay State Blue.
Okay, don't see Jesse's taking care of her dog. Marilyn says you rock the house, and she likes the Monteverde Caribbean Blue. Monty likes the Robert Oster Rose Gilt Tint, and Charles likes the Robert Oster Tranquility. Jesse likes the Diamond Skull and Roses and the Iroshizuku inks.
Oh, I do like that Diamond Red Dragon. Man, that is cold-blooded stuff. Nice. KWZ Hawaii Blue pops. Some of the Mont Blanc, the Corn Poppy Red, which they've discontinued, I heard. Great color. The James Dean Rebel Red, beautiful color. They have some beautiful colors. I was really disappointed. I just got in a bottle of the Mont Blanc Royal Blue. And when I put the ink to paper, it was a nice, rich blue that just popped. But when it dried, it kind of went to a lighter color. And it reminds me almost what the Kaweco blue ink is. I just did that today, put them together. It's almost an identical. So, slightly little different, but not much. But there's so many inks. One of my favorite greens is the Monteverde Olivine, great color ink.
Jacqueline likes Diamond Aurora Borealis.
Okay. Also, don't forget the Robert Oster Frankly Scarlet is a nice color.
And James likes the Frankly Blue.
Frankly Blue is a nice color.
Then hello to Mr. Big Dave.
Hey, Big Dave.
He says speedball, acrylic, and dip pen for sketching. Again, you ought to post your artwork on Larry's Fountain Pens Facebook page.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. You guys post your pictures on there. Post your art on there. Post your pens on there. Share a bit of your stories about fountain pens. You know, when we do that Zoom, don't forget we're doing Zoom coming up here the 18th. Zoom Pen Hangout at 6:30 p.m. And we're going to have this kind of a blast on Zoom. It's all about you guys. It's all about what you guys like, Let's talk about something what you don't like.
Okay, we got still a couple inks coming in.
Okay, a couple inks coming in.
Marilyn's favorite red is Monteverde Valentine.
Cool.
And orange is Diamond Pumpkin.
Good one, good one.
And Charles likes Diamond Ancient Copper.
Good one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, unless I'm out.
Okay.
It should be up there somewhere. Yeah.
And Marilyn wants to talk about this all day.
We could. We'll have to do one for you soon. Marilyn, remind me because I'm forgetful. All right. So anyway.
Missy likes, if I can say this one, Califolio Olivestry.
Huh? Never heard of it, Missy. So, tell me an ink you don't like and why. And the screen's going crazy.
Marilyn says Noodler's King Philip Requiem. It stained her Noodler's Ahab.
Wow. How many people on here like Noodler's pen, Ahab's? How many people like Noodler's Ahab besides me? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do we have any yet?
Maybe they're all typing.
Oh, are y'all typing? Dun, 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 dun. I'm the only one in here.
Jacqueline says we have a complicated relationship. I guess that's with the inks.
Well, am I really the only one that loves Noodler's Ahab? Can't be.
James says he does. Kara does also.
Yay. Okay. James does. Kara does. I do. Lulu. Boo boo.
Hey, Monty doesn't like Sailor Manyo Yamabuki ink.
Oh, here's an ink that a friend of mine sent me in Maryland. This, I'm going to tell you now, Maryland. This ink will be going to you, Maryland. I can't even pronounce it. Hala. Huh. It's by Pilot. Well, it's got quite a bit of ink left. But let's see if we can get the name on it because I cannot pronounce it.
And welcome to Luis.
There. Anyway, that's it. Okay, Marilyn.
Luis likes the Waterman Blue Serenity.
That's a good one. We got some of that too. Around here somewhere.
And James likes the blue Ahab you sent him.
Cool. Anybody got any Parker Clink ink? Gotta have some of that. Gotta have some of that. And is it Yonkers?
Euchers.
Euchers. Has anybody tried the Euchers ink? Oh man, they got some nice flavors right there. They got some really nice flavors of ink. Really beautiful ink. Beautiful.
And Monty likes the Noodler's Eternal Polar Blue, but not too much.
Birmingham. Bingo. Inks. Try the Birmingham Polar Bear Blue. Stunning. Birmingham inks. For real, folks. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Come on. Focus. Birmingham inks rocks. One. Now they are all handmade, hand poured there at their little shop where they make it. They make it right there, and they hand pour each bottle, and it's affordable, and it's pretty good stuff. So remember, when you're out there buying a pen or ink or anything, let the people know where you heard it from. Larry's Fountain Pen, that helps me more than you'll know.
Okay, some new inks coming in. Jacqueline doesn't like the organic studio inks.
Okay, I have organic, and you know, I was really madly in love with it when I first got it. I'm like, oh well. I mean, there's people that love it. That's cool.
Marilyn says, I use Parker Quink Black in my Ackerman pump pen. Welcome to Majid, who says beautiful pens. Mr. Big Dave says, yes, Parker in his sketch bag pens. Luis likes JB Urban Emerald of Chivor.
Okay, I got it.
Marilyn likes the Andy Warhol Pop Art Purple. Missy asks, can you recommend a readable yellow ink?
Yeah. Let me see real quick for you. And they discontinued it. They no longer make it. It would be the Blackstone Golden Woggle. Was a really nice one. And I just have to review my charts, but I think the Noodler's and Burnout. Look at that. Let me get that name real quick. Look, that's a pretty decent one.
Habanero from Noodler's.
And here's a really nice one from the Fountain Pen Revolution, Tangerine Green, that I think you would really be happy with this ink. This is a new lineup from Fountain Pen Revolution. Get that so you can see it.
Thanks for coming in, Luis. Merry Christmas to you too.
Same to you.
People like Birmingham. We've got, let's see, where was that? Search ink swatch on Google. Marilyn says Platinum Citrus Black, Mont Blanc Golden Yellow, and Apache Sunset.
Yes, Mont Blanc Golden Yellow. Okay, which I'm out. Yep. Well, folks, it's time to have to say adios. I've got to give Cubby his meds. So hopefully I will be seeing a lot of you folks on the 18th on the Zoom Pen Hangout at 6:30 p.m. But you'll never know where I'll be. Just you can check out I'll be on my YouTube channel. I'll announce where I'll be and what time, and also on my Facebook channels. And sometimes I go to my other social medias, which I don't do a lot, to mention where I'm going to be at, to give you guys some kind of heads up. So send me those emails that I asked earlier. And if you don't know what it is, you kind of want to watch this whole video, and it'll fill you in. So I want to thank each and every one of you today, man. You guys have been a blast. You rocked the house down, my friends. Yeah. And what you see is what you get. So with that said, a lot of peace and a lot of love coming your way. Again, my name is Larry Barones here in Fort Worth, Texas. And thank you again for joining me. And we're going to do this again. See you soon. Bye-bye.